Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 11 of our 21-day journey together. My name is Prasad Bevan. I'm coming to you from London, the UK, and I feel really blessed to be here with you all. I hope you're all doing well and are ready for a wonderful evening together. If I could have the slide to remind us that we are going to have a foot soak very soon. So if you have your tub, a towel, some water, some salt, all the things you need for a foot soak, please have it ready because we will do that soon. If you're new tonight and you would like a review of what we've covered, please watch the recordings on the website and there'll be an opportunity to join a breakout room at the end of the program. You can request for a one-on-one mentor. In the Zoom chat, there's a form you can fill for that. And if you've already requested one, please allow us time. The team is working hard to find the right mentor for you. Yesterday, the topic was I am my own teacher, the Guru principle within us. Today, we are beginning with the first chakra, which is called the Mooladhara, and the topic is restoring our childlike innocence. So we'll have a really wonderful evening with that. Today, the program will be an hour long, and we'll be joined by two lovely presenters who will guide us into a meditation focused on the theme. This will be followed by a video of Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, the founder of Sahaja Yoga, which will be followed with some meditation music. And at the end, we'll have 15 minutes for some questions and answers with our presenters. So please stay on for that. Sahaja Yoga is free. We cannot charge you for something that is your own. We can only help you discover it. So without further ado, let's introduce the presenters for this evening. If I could have our lovely two presenters, Roxana and Melissa, please join us and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about, tell us something. Please, Roxana.
Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Roxana. I'm originally from Romania, but I have been living in France for quite some time now. And I'm really happy to be here tonight and be able to share with you my experience in Sahaja Yoga, because Sahaja Yoga has been helping me overcome everyday challenges for over 14 years now.
Thank you, Roxana. And Melissa, please.
Hello, hi Prasad, hi everyone. It feels very special to be here tonight among such an international team. So I'm Australian and I've been living in France now for 20 years. And I've been practicing Sahaja Yoga for 25 years now. And yeah, like Roxana, I'm very pleased to be able to share a little bit of that with people tonight. And yeah, I have to say, since I discovered Sahaja Yoga, everything started making sense and I haven't looked back. So, pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So Melissa will be the one taking it from here. Thank you, Melissa, please.
Okay, so I think everybody's prepared their foot soak bucket. So what you needed for that was some water in a tub. You can have it lukewarm if you prefer, or cold, like I do. And you put a handful of salt in your water. You have beside you a little jug of water or a bottle of water to rinse your feet afterwards, and a towel to dry your feet. If you haven't prepared all that already, it doesn't matter. We can still do the same meditation. And instead of allowing the water to clear out chakras or our energy centers in our subtle system, we can just ask the earth to do the same. So no big deal. Okay, well, to get started, we're going to tie up our Kundalini, which is what you've already done if you've been here for previous sessions. So for that, I'll just show you when I stand up so that the left hand is going to be at the bottom of the torso and the right hand moves around it. You can do this sitting down, I'm just showing you. And when we get to the top of our head, we tie a knot. We're going to do that again. And the second time, tie 2 knots. It's like strengthening our connection, our yoga. The third time, all the way to the top, and 3 knots. Okay, so that's what we call tying up the Kundalini. And now we're going to do what we call a bandhan. So for that, again, I'll stand up to show you. So the left hand is open and the right hand starts above the left hand. We're going to move our hand all the way over the top of the head and back down the other side. So we'll just do that the first time again together. And then we go back again, a bit like a rainbow. So that's once, twice. We're going to do that 7 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So it's like a protection for our subtle system. So if you do have your foot soak bucket ready in front of you, what you can do is with your right hand, just circle your hand over the top of the water, and maybe you'll be able to feel that you can give some vibrations, some positive energy to the water. If you can't feel it, doesn't matter, no big deal. Just put your positive attention into that water so it's really helping us to purify our subtle system. And we can put our feet into the water. I hope you've removed your shoes and socks. I forgot to mention that. Yes, shoes and socks do have to come off first. Okay. And then, because the theme of tonight's meditation is the Mooladhara Chakra, what we can do is start with that Mooladhara Chakra. And what we're going to do is, with our left hand open, and our right hand is going to make a circle in front of the Mooladhara Chakra. I will show you in a minute. But so on the left, we go down. On the right, we come up. Okay, so we're doing, it's as if the clock face is stuck to your torso and we're going in a clockwise motion. So I'll just show you when I stand up. You can see just gently moving in the direction of a clock, and then we can take any heat or any negative energy away and just give it to the water or give it to the Mother Earth. Okay, so the hand in front of the first energy center, the Mooladhara, which means the root, the support of the root. Just left hand open and the right hand moving around in that clockwise direction a few times, and just take out any heat, any little pollution that we may have caught during the day, and just let it drop into the water or drop to the Mother Earth if you don't have your bucket. Let's do that a few times and ask our inner mother energy, our Kundalini, Mother, please purify my Mooladhara Chakra. And then we can move up to the second energy center, which is called the Swadhisthana. And if you're with us tomorrow night, you'll be learning more about that energy center. So it's the same idea, just a little bit higher. It's in the lower part of the belly. Okay, just turning the hand around and around a few times. Take out any excess heat, pollution, and just let it drop into the water. Asking our Kundalini, Mother, please purify my second energy center, the Swadhisthana chakra. Please take out any heat, any negativity the subtle system may have caught during the day or in the past. Now we can move up a little higher. So this is the third energy center, which is called Nabi. So here at the level of the belly button, do these little circles again. The Kundalini. Please purify my Nabi chakra. So with your hand, take out any of those negative vibes, including this energy center a little. Your left hand is still open. Maybe you might be able to feel a change on your left hand. Maybe not, if it's just the beginning. No big deal, just observe and see what you feel. Okay, and now we're going to do the same circular motion, but a little bit bigger now around the void area. So if you were with us last night, you would have learned about this void area. So it's the whole belly area, or the void. We can let our hand move around in a clockwise direction quite a few times, and then as if we're taking out with our hand any heat, any imbalances in our void. Mother Kundalini, mothering energy within us, or Kundalini, please take out any heat, any imbalances, my void. Please give me balance so that I may meditate properly. Okay. When we foot soak, we don't need to do it for a long time, somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, but no longer than 10 minutes, because the water will be charged with any of that subtle pollution that is coming out of our chakras through our feet. So we can just sweep down our arms a little, sweep down our legs like this. Maybe give a little rub to the lower part of our back, and just brush off any of that excess tension that we might have in the lower part of our bodies. When we're doing foot soaks, we can continue for longer, and we can work on other chakras as well, but for now that's enough, I think. So we can rinse our feet. You have your bottle beside you, your towel. Dry the feet. And then we can just push the foot soak to the side. So that we can meditate comfortably without the foot soak bucket being in front of us. We can just take a moment to meditate on that first chakra, the Mooladhara Chakra. Just to tell you a little bit about the Mooladhara Chakra, so it's the place of the pelvic plexus, so it's where our body touches the seat or the earth. If we're sitting on the earth or if we're sitting on the ground, it's the place where your body touches the ground or the chair. And as I said earlier, it's the root chakra, or the support of the root, Mooladhara. And it's a very important chakra. All of the chakras are, of course, essential and very important, but the Mooladhara being the foundation. If we reinforce our Mooladhara, if we clean our Mooladhara, respect our Mooladhara, then it's going to give support for the whole subtle system, and it's going to be easier for us to progress in our journey. The qualities, we can also find the Mooladhara in the hand, so on the bottom part of the palm here. If we feel this part of our hand tingling or some heat or some pressure in this part of our hand, then that will indicate that it's the Mooladhara on either the left or the right, or if it's both, then it's indicating the center. We can also find the Mooladhara on the heel of the foot, and also here at the back of the head, at the bump at the back of the head. So if we're feeling any of those parts of our body which are tingling or feeling any heat, then we can clear that out with bandhans, with foot soaks, and all the other Sahaja Yoga techniques. So the qualities of the Mooladhara are purity, innocence, and wisdom. Also spontaneity. It's very much like a child, the childlike innocence that we had when we were children. We can still find that, we can still access it as an adult, even if there's maybe some clouds which have moved to block the light of the sun. Well, we can just clean those clouds away, and the innocence will shine again within us. So it's so pure that it can never be tarnished. So we'll just take a moment to meditate on the Mooladhara. Just try to keep your attention inside. And just affirm, I am the innocence. Just quietly inside yourself, I am the innocence. You can say, and affirm, I am the wisdom. I am the wisdom. I am purity. I am spontaneity. And let's just stay in that peaceful inner state, and we can listen now to a short talk of Shri Mataji, which is going to talk about the quality of innocence.
So actually we bow to innocence within us. And this innocence is the one gives you the enlightenment. As I told you yesterday, the light has innocence. But this is innocent without knowledge. But your light is innocent with knowledge. We always think that the people who have got knowledge can never be innocent, can never be simple. And the idea we have got about innocence is that an innocent person is always deceived, can be befooled, and can be always taken for granted. But innocence is a power. It is a power which protects you, which gives you light of knowledge. Knowledge that we have in the worldly sense is how to exploit others, how to cheat others, how to make money out of them, how to make fun of others, how to look down upon others. But the light of innocence is the light by which you know that love is the highest thing. And it teaches you how to love others, how to care for others, how to be gentle about others. It also gives you the light within. It's just the other way around of this avidya that we have in this world. Just the other way around. The avidya outside teaches us competition, how to put the other person down, because it has fear. It is insecure. This knowledge is not secure at all. If it had security, it would not have behaved like this. But the light of innocence knows everything. It has no fear. When we say children are innocent, we mean to say that they have that power of innocence. Many times people have noticed if a child falls from a height, he doesn't die. While a young man may die with a much smaller height. And the child is not afraid while falling. He just enjoys as if there's a parachute coming down, nicely. And then when he falls down also just gets up, laughs, smiles at everyone. He doesn't understand why everybody is worried. Because in that innocence he knows that he's looked after. He's protected. He knows that there is a power which is much higher than him, and he does not have to worry. Then we start putting ideas into the head of the child. And that is how he starts losing his power of innocence. And he becomes a coward. He becomes a cunning fellow. He becomes an unrighteous personality. But still we would say that the innocence of children is innocence of ignorance. In a way. because they do not know the dangers of life. But the light of innocence knows all the dangers and also knows how to get rid of it. Also knows how to be away from such a person. There was a wise man who was going on a staircase. And there was a stupid man coming from the other side, foolish man. So foolish people are always aggressive. That is one of the signs, because they have inferiority complex. So the foolish man says to the man who was coming up, he says, one had to move on one side. So he says, I don't move for fools, the foolish one says. So the wise man says, I do, and he moved. That's how the light of innocence tells you how far to go with a person, how far to talk to a person, how far to indulge in another person's personality or his problems. Otherwise he recedes. He understands that this gentleman is a stupid fool, so I move for a fool like that. He doesn't pay attention to such a person. He doesn't bother about such a person. This is the light of innocence which gives you discrimination. How far to go with others?
Let's just keep in this meditative state and we'll have a minute of silence.
This lovely music is the perfect transition to the second part of our meditation tonight, in which we will meditate on our Mooladhara, on our first energy center. I will ask you to close your eyes again and place your attention at the base of the spine. Melissa has shown us where the first center is located. Just take a few moments. At the base of the spine, that's where our subtle system begins. And if you are seated on the floor like me, cross-legged, you might even feel the first chakra. It's where we touch the floor. And we can now put both of our hands on the floor, the left and the right hand open, the palms touching the floor. If you're sitting on the floor, and if you're sitting on a chair or on the couch, simply let your hands fall. Let them fall in the direction of the floor. And by floor, I mean the Mother Earth, because we're going to use this element to help us reinforce the first chakra. And if you're seated on a chair, please be aware of how your feet touch the floor. Let them touch the floor gently. And we can now ask the Mother Earth for some help and say, Mother Earth, please remove all obstacles, all heaviness, all imbalance from my Mooladhara Chakra. Mother Earth, please reinforce the root of my Kundalini, the base of my subtle system. And we keep the attention there in the first chakra, the base of the spine. Now we can ask our Kundalini, Mother Kundalini, please come establish all the beautiful qualities of the first chakra in me. Please make me a joyful person, an innocent person. Please make me worry less. Mother Kundalini, please help me connect to the inner child in me. Help me regain the childlike nature. We'll keep the attention on the Mooladhara. We can place both of our hands on the lap, palms open towards the sky. The attention still on the first chakra. And we're going to do a small exercise all together, which will help reinforce and sustain this foundation of the Kundalini. We will chant all together, Om. Om, you might know that being the primordial sound, the primordial mantra, which represents the creation of the universe. And we will use it tonight during this meditation to help strengthen even more the first chakra in us. Om is actually spelled A-U and the sound and brings together the qualities of all the three energy centers, giving this chakra even more strength. We will chant now the Om. Try to see how the sound vibrates in our Mooladhara. Om. Two more times, don't be shy. Om. Om. Keep our attention on the Mooladhara, the hands wide open. You might notice a change in the subtle system, or maybe as if a thread would try to pull you towards the sky. The Kundalini which tries to guide you into the meditation even deeper. I will therefore help our Kundalini up, raise. It will rise, and we can simply try guiding our Kundalini with the right hand, gently, starting at the base of the spine, upwards, before us, the Mooladhara center. You can simply climb the center channel, which will allow us to go into a meditative state. And the right hand goes up, slowly, follow your natural rhythm. And when it arrives at the fontanelle bone area, the Sahasrara, you can gently press on it. We'll try to place our attention right here, beyond the mind. You can do this gesture several times, feeling the pull, the strength of the Kundalini and the cool breeze. And again, we can gently touch our seventh center, our Sahasrara. Place the attention there. We can relax our right hand, place it back on the lap, and just allow our Kundalini to guide us into thoughtless awareness. Should you have any thoughts bothering you, you can simply say, Mother Kundalini, I surrender them to you. Mother Kundalini, I surrender to you. If you have a hard time keeping your attention on the Sahasrara, you can gently press it again. You can even massage it clockwise. You might feel vibrations, the cool breeze coming out of your fontanelle bone area, or maybe on your hands, or maybe just on one hand. If that's so, simply let yourself guide it into deeper meditation. I ask you again to place your attention on your hands. Keep it on the Sahasrara. If you feel the cool breeze coming out of your Sahasrara, you can simply go and look for it even further, even higher. With the right hand, feel free to move your hand towards the side. And with the left hand as well. Before concluding our meditation, we can express the desire towards our Kundalini to keep us in this state for as long as possible. And we can gently open our eyes, raise our Kundalini, and give ourselves the bandhans. And raise the Kundalini 3 times. The left hand goes up and the right one turns around the left hand. And for the first time, we'll do 1 knot above the head. The second time, do the same movement, but we're going to do 2 knots above our head. And the third time, we will do 3 knots. We'll simply again express the desire for the Kundalini to keep us there in a state of bliss and peace. And we'll then do the bandhan 7, 1 bandhan per chakra. This bandhan will help us protect our energy. Take your time doing the bandhans. And at the end, if you feel so, you can simply join your hands, put them together, and thank the Kundalini for this moment of inner silence. And you can also thank yourself for having taken the time to meditate with us tonight.
Thank you so much, Roxana, and thank you, Melissa, for this wonderful foot soak as well. Very beautiful and deep meditations. I hope all of you are feeling completely blissed out and like a a newly opened flower, as it's springtime is here, so I hope you're feeling that inside. Could I have the slides, please? Thank you. So that was it for today. Tomorrow, the topic is connecting to our pure desire to ascend. So we'll be moving up to the second chakra, which is the Swadhisthana. And this is the center of creativity, pure knowledge, pure desire, and pure attention. So there's plenty more to learn, and we really hope you stay on and continue this journey with us tomorrow. So you can request for a mentor in the Zoom chat. You can just follow the link. And you can also, please, we invite you to join our community on WhatsApp for daily spiritual messages and just to keep in the loop of everything that's going on and so on. So you can just keep up with us there. And we have the website, which has all the live session links, the recorded sessions, and the handouts with all the information that we've covered in these sessions. We'll see the website now. It's a beautifully made website. And yeah, so you can see the session, the poster, the session from today, Restoring Our Childlike Innocence. All the recordings are there, the handouts. Today we have a new handout called the Mooladhara Chakra. So we invite you to download this and read through it and discover more about this energy center, the Mooladhara, which we meditated on today, which is located at the base of our palm. So please, yeah, do so in your own time. That's really the formal end of this evening. Well, it ended with the raising the Kundalini, giving a bandhan. So now you can join a breakout room by writing breakout room help in the chat, or you can write to me or SY breakout room your question that we can answer now. I would like to invite the presenters back to the panel where we will look at your questions and answer them. So please, yeah, join either a Sahaja Yoga practitioner via the breakout room or stay on and we'll look to answer any questions that you may have. So please, Roxana and Melissa, thank you so much and please join. I seem to have lost my words because it's been such a meditative evening. Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much. It's a real honor and a blessing to be part of the international team tonight. It's always an amazing feeling to connect with meditators all over the world through the Sahasrara connection. It's always special. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have one question we'll begin to answer. The first one is, how have you experienced the quality of childlike simplicity in your life? Please give an answer. So perhaps Roxana can answer that question.
Sure, gladly. Since working on this childlike, this joyful qualities in me and on the Mooladhara, thanks to Sahaja Yoga, I realized that joy and happiness has nothing to do with the material world. I experience very deep joy and so much satisfaction when, I don't know, walking in nature or just simply looking at a flower or seeing an animal. And I realized that the joy is and has always been inside of us. We just need to nurture it and it will always come at the surface, always allow us to experience deeper and deeper state of joy.
Thank you, Roxana. So we have another question here. How has relating to the Mother Earth helped ground you and helped you establish a foundation for meditation? Perhaps, Melissa, if you would care to enlighten us on that.
Sure. I have to say, I think being in the nature is definitely my favorite place to meditate. It's so easy. It just makes meditation so easy when we feel connected to the Mother Earth, when we're sitting on the earth and we can connect with that gravity and that generosity of the Mother Earth that makes meditation so simple, help us feel grounded. And in terms of innocence, I find that when we meditate in nature, it's also very easy to feel the innocence around us, whether the birds are singing, or maybe there's a river flowing, or maybe there's wind blowing in the leaves. And if you can just tune into that, you realize that behind it all, the actual backdrop to everything is innocence. And I find that it's a really good support for meditation.
Thank you very much, Melissa. We have another question. We have, how can being more childlike protect us or guide us? So, yeah, perhaps I'll answer this. Um, and a lot of it was mainly covered in the talk that Shri Mataji gave, because she said that when you're a child, you know that there is a higher power. You know that there is a greater power that is looking after everything, and that's kind of what makes you a child. You just enjoy everything, you enjoy life, and that's the beauty of it as well. That's the beauty of being a child, and that higher power, when you let it, does protect you. It does guide you. It sometimes in our adulthood, we take control of our life and we're gonna do it this way, and in a way, by doing that, we we become an obstacle for that higher power to guide and protect us. So yeah, being a child, and then being a child, the most beautiful quality of, I guess, being a child is, of course, the innocence, but also the obedience to the mother. And this mother is within us as the Kundalini, and when we become childlike, we become obedient to this mother who cares for us, nurtures us, and guides us in every situation. So that obedience to the mother Kundalini within us is what will protect and guide us through everything in life. Do we have any other questions? How do you protect your inner child? Who would like to answer that? Is that Roxana? Would you like? Yeah.
Yes. Well, we used the element Mother Earth during tonight's meditation. That's one way to protect the Mooladhara and our childlike qualities in us, because the Mother Earth knows how to cleanse us. We don't even need to ask for it or do a meditation. We can just go outside in the nature, as Melissa said, and just simply sit on the ground and let the Mother Earth cleanse us and protect, reinforce this chakra in us, because that's what it needs, being also the base of the Kundalini. And trying to watch our attention, maybe not use our attention for things that simply do not matter, or maybe negative or destructive, auto-destructive to us. And again, the nature, simply looking at the nature, we know that it's very relaxing, and again, it boosts those qualities in us.
And well, one question is, why do you always, it's not related to the innocence. It's just a kind of thing I guess we'll cover. And it's why do you always have flowers next to the picture of Shri Mataji? Melissa, would you like to answer that?
Because flowers are beautiful. I think everybody likes flowers, and I mean, Prasad, you don't have flowers next to the photo of Shri Mataji, so
I don't.
it's nothing like a rule or something like that. It's more like
Show of
an expression of gratitude, an expression of affection, and of honoring Shri Mataji, because all of Sahaja Yoga knowledge has come from her. So in a similar way, we put a candle in front of the photograph of Shri Mataji. It's a purification, and a flower also represents creativity and beauty and generosity. It's symbolic, and there's no rule about it. It's just a nice thing to do, because I think everybody likes flowers.
Yeah, it's a personal expression of gratitude. Thank you so much. And yeah, someone added it also represents the earth element.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, and they add up to the vibrations as well.
And the fragrance.
So many reasons.
That's it for all the questions. That's it. So if you haven't already, yeah, would like to invite you again, join a breakout room to meet another Sahaja Yoga practitioner and yeah, answer any more questions that you may have, or yeah, learn more about the Mooladhara Chakra. That's it really from us this evening. Before we leave, I'll invite our lovely presenters who have guided us today to just say a final thank you and goodbye. Roxana.
Thank you for being part of our journey tonight and allowing us to simply share with you our experience. I hope you do enjoy it for as long as possible and you find some sort of relief and bliss in it.
Thank you. Melissa?
Yeah, thanks once again, and lovely to be here with all of you. And yeah, enjoy your journey within.
Thank you. So thanks everyone, and final congratulations to you as well. You're sticking on. You've made it this far, and you're investing in yourself. That's the best investment that you can make. So we hope to see you continue this, and we really look forward to seeing you tomorrow, which is on the Swadhisthana Chakra. Please be there. Wishing you all a good night, good afternoon, or a good morning, wherever you're coming from. That's it from us. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.